Good morning, students. Welcome to physics video class. In this class, we are going to see some important topics in our lesson 3. First thing, we are going to see about the concurrent forces and Lamy's theorem. A 2-mark question. So, what is meant by concurrent force? You all familiar with the name concurrent in the mathematics. The same concept you are going to study in the physics. That is, a collection of force is said to be concurrent. That is, a group of force is said to be a concurrent. That means all the forces are meeting in a same point. All the forces are meeting at one particular point. Then it is known as concurrent force. So concurrent forces means all the forces are meeting in one single point. Okay. Or otherwise we can say the concurrent force need not to be in the same plane. Suppose if they are in the same plane, okay, that means all the forces are traveling in a same side, then the concurrent force is considered as a coplanar force. Okay, so the concurrent force is converted into coplanar force when all the forces are moving in a same side, same direction. They are not meeting in a same point. They are moving in a same side. Then it is said to be coplanar force. Okay, so concurrent force means all the forces meeting in a same point. Coplanar means all the forces are moving in a same side. Students, see this diagram. This diagram represents the concurrent force. Now, the three forces F1, F2 and F3 are meeting at a same point at O. Then it is said to be the concurrent force. Okay. Next, we are going to see the coplanar force. Students, this figure represents the coplanar force. That is, the three forces F1 vector, F2 vector and F3 vector are lying in the same side. Then it is said to be coplanar force. Student, now we are going to see a very important 3-mark question in this lesson. State Lamy's theorem, or otherwise state and prove Lamy's theorem. So the Lamy's theorem is based on the concurrent force. Okay, now we see this question. First we have to write the statement. So if a system of a 3 concurrent and coplanar force is in equilibrium, the equilibrium means balanced. That is, the force is balanced. Then the Lamy's theorem states that. Okay, from that you can start writing. The Lamy's theorem states that. Okay, the magnitude of each force, magnitude means the movement, the force will be moving, okay, of the system is directly proportional to the sine of the angle. So simply we can say the force is directly proportional to the sine of the angle between other two forces. Okay, suppose if we taken 3 forces means the F1 force is directly proportional to sine of the angle within the other 2 forces F2 and F3. Okay, so the constant of proportionality is same for all the 3 forces, which means the constant value, the removing the proportionality, we get one constant term, no? So that constant term should be equal in 3 forces. So this is known as Lamy's theorem. Again I read the theorem. The Lamy's theorem states that the magnitude of each force of the system is proportional to the sine of angle between the other 2 forces. The constant of proportionality is same for all 3 forces. This is the statement. Now we have to prove. Okay, in 3-mark question we have to prove this Lamy's theorem. So you write the subheading proof. Now I am going to consider 3 forces F1 vector, F2 vector and F3 vector are in a concurrent. That means all the forces are meeting in a same point. Then according to this Lamy's theorem we have to substitute in the statement. So here the 3 forces are represented in this diagram. F1 vector, F2 vector and F3 vector are directly proportional to the sine of the opposite forces angle. For example, if F1 vector is directly proportional to the sine of the F2 and F3 angle is what? Alpha. Okay. So the F1 vector is directly proportional to sine alpha. Like that, the F2 force is directly proportional to sine beta and F3 force is directly proportional to sine gamma. Okay. From the diagram, we are going to frame the equation for the Lamis theorem. Now, why we are using the modulus in the force? Because if the force is represented in any negative sign, negative value, then we have to convert that force into positive. So we are using modulus of F1 vector is directly proportional to sine alpha, modulus of F2 vector is directly proportional to sine beta, and modulus of F3 vector is directly proportional to sine gamma. And therefore, so all the forces are equal to constant, isn't it? Then we have to equate all the values, then we get modulus of F1 vector by sine alpha equal to modulus of F2 vector by sine beta equal to modulus of F3 vector into sine gamma. So this final equation represents the Lamis theorem formula. Okay, so what is the use of this formula? By using this Lamis theorem, we can easily calculate so what is the force of an object, okay, at the static equilibrium. Static means rest. Okay, at the rest particle, what is the force acting on an object? Students, next we are going to discuss about law of conservation of total linear momentum. In this topic, you familiar with some terms in your 10th standard. What is? That is linear momentum. What is linear momentum? When an object is moving in a straight path, it is said to be a linear momentum. Okay, or otherwise, you know momentum. What is momentum? The momentum is nothing but product of mass into velocity. Now, when an object is moving, how the conservation law will be developed? How we say it is a law of conservation? Only in the movement of a particle we can represent the conservation law. So based on this, we having three laws. One is conservation of total energy, then conservation of total linear momentum, and conservation of angular momentum. Okay, so the angular momentum we discussed in the object is moving in a circular path. That is the angular momentum. So now we are going to see the total linear momentum. Okay, so by combining the Newton's second law and third law, we know Newton's second law, F equal to ma, and Newton's third law, so action equal to minus reaction. So these two things we are going to combine here, and we are going to frame the law of conservation of total linear momentum.